What's up, everybody? This is Will with Lightweight Debris Removal. I wanted to do a video on how to use a Hooklift truck. A couple people called me up. They're like, hey, how do you use it? Like from start to beginning. I know how you see it going down in the driveway where I was picking it up. I just want to do a brief walkthrough and show you all the ins and outs of a Hooklift truck and how the controls work and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and dive in. I got a dumpster right here I'm picking up. This is the truck. Let's put it on there. So just to go over it real quick. This is a 54-inch hook height dumpster. That's 50, it's probably like 53 and some inches from the ground from here, right? So what you want to do is get that hook, right? After we put it back, you want to come under it. And as you're backing up, I try to keep the seat like that. Boom, catch it. Try not to hit into it. I just kind of, you can see it from back there, just bloop, just get right underneath it. So walk around here. I'm gonna show you so this is called a jib, right? So this thing will jib back, and then once it goes far enough back, it hits a pin in here, and then it causes this system to go into release mode. So if you put it in dump mode, it's gonna hinge back in the back, kind of go up like this, real steep. So like a regular dump truck, that's where the hinge is at. But when this jib comes all the way back and hits here, it releases a pin inside, and then the jib actually works here. So this thing, when you fold it back, it now will rotate back from here, allowing the dumpster to get to the ground. So let's go ahead and pull that back and I can show you what it looks like. All right, so now it's in the reverse part. Like you see, I put it all the way back, clicks into here. This is a stopper that hits this pin, causing that piece to rotate back, and then it releases a pin inside, allowing this thing to pick up and remove the dumpster. So these two controls are, one is for dump mode. Just imagine if you were up and down, this would put the thing in dump mode. This is the jib. So going back slides the jib back, going forward slides the jib in, just like we did. And then this is this up and down. So right now we're gonna go into the up position. After we turn on our button, this turns on to activates the PTO on this model transmission. So now we're gonna pull back. I'm sorry, push forward. Push it forward. It gives some gas to it, allows it to go up and down. You can see how it rotates. It's leaning back in the middle of the truck instead of in the rear. So you can see how it rotated right here. That's the hinge it uses. So it breaks in half and goes all the way back. When you put this thing forward and slide the jib forward, like I was saying, this will be the hinge back here. So what this allows it to do is pick up the dumpster. So you can see how that hooks in. And then now we just pull it forward using the dump and go pulling it forward like this, and these rods, these piston rods, pull inwards and pulls the dumpster right on. And what you want to do is aim for these rollers right here, these two rollers back here, these rails that are right here. When the thing comes on, we're watching from the mirror, and you don't want to, and it's kind of at an angle here, so when it lands here, it slides forward like that. This is the exact same setup as the Cam Concept, as far as they have a jib trailer that does it just like this, or the other type that when it pulls it on, same concept though. You want to land it right here on these wheels, the frames, and you can see it from the mirror in there. If you can't see it from the mirror, like if you're doing it in the dark or something like that, pull the dumpster down onto this thing and stop, come back here and put your eyeballs on it. And that's what we'll do in a second, just so I'll show you. All right, so I wanted to show you guys that. See on that side, the bar missed that side, and look, it's way over here on the tip, right? That's a bad situation. You never want to pick up your dumpster like this, because if it falls off the rail, it's going to knock out your thing, and this whole thing will come down. I got mine on the ground. I didn't pick the dumpster up, but you always want to come out here and physically look with your eyeballs, you know, and I just did this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. if I were to pick up this dumpster right now and we're leaning a little bit, the rails, if it didn't slide back on, it could jump over and roll right off the truck, guys. Only thing holding on to it is up at the front, and what it could do is tip your truck over. So I'm gonna put it back down, and then all you do is drive forward to the right and realign. All right, so all I did was pull forward a little bit, and so you can see it sitting on there now perfectly. And so now it's safe to pull right on. And then these right here, when you get it down, they slide right over top of this. So there's no way the dumpster can bounce around on the bottom. All right, so what we did was we just laid it back down, and then it clears about right here. And when you pull it forward, the thing slides under the bars right there, locking it in tight. So that's about it, guys. And then now to put the tarp on, we have a controller in the inside, or I could use this station right here. What I do is push out a little bit, and then raise the gantry up on a little bit. High enough. Just let it ride all the way out. Just holding the button. Taps like that. You just drop this down a little bit, keep the wind from going under it, and that's it. It also has I can push a button for the light here. Turn on those LED lights. I can do it manually here. If you could put manual controls here. If I had manual arm controls here, that it would work the hook, but we have them inside the cab right here. So all right, guys, I hope that it kind of explains a little bit. I know the truck was on and it's kind of hard to hear, and you know, I was trying to describe it a little bit. But anyway, I hope it helps somebody. If it helps somebody, please like and subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Put in a comment what you want to see. If there's something else you need to see, want me to point out a little or explain a little bit. A couple things. Just always be careful, man. Always be careful. Make sure with the Hooklift, when you put the dumpster on, make sure you have eyeballs on those wheels like I showed you, because that's the problem right there. Like, every piece of equipment has some issue. Hooklift trucks are awesome with everything except that, right? Maybe two things. One thing is never dump out on your truck's leaning like this. Don't go into dump mode if you have dirt or any of that heavy stuff in the front of your dumpster. And this goes with all types of anything that dumps. Trailers could possibly too. But what will happen is if you have a load in the front that's heavy, like say you put all the rock and everything in the front, when you lift up your dumpster, now you're like this, right? That you can tip you right over. Especially, guys, what I found out is if you have airbags on your trucks, like I got airbags on this truck, it's great to have, it's good and comfy, but one thing about it is when it'll make your truck lean over. It'll compress those bags a little easier than if you had a stiff suspension like an old dump truck, you know, with like those, you see them bouncing down the road. So anything with airbags, that's the problem. If you're on a little bit of an incline, left to right, and you go to dump something out, it's fine if it's a little bit in the air, but once you get it steep like this, oh man, you guys are asking for trouble. I see all kinds of videos where people just get turned over and they're like, what happened? And what it is they had airbags, so they just squish, you know, it's a little softer. What else? Just got to be careful with that wheel, and then loads tipping over to the side. With a trailer, I think it's a little bit harder to see the wheels. You know, I mean, with a truck, I mean, you're, you know, pretty far distance from those wheels. If you got a truck, the trailer, and you're looking through the mirror. So I would like stand outside. You know, what cool thing about Cam Concept, they come with the automatic remote control, so you can stand outside the cab right by the dumpster, watch the dumpster come onto the trailer, get eyeballs on those wheels. Nighttime situations, guys, I have LED lights on this truck. So every time I pick up something at night, I flood the light on, you know, I flood that whole area with light, make sure I have eyeballs on that, because that is the problem right there, guys. If you, man, that would be scary. That would be catastrophic, guys, if your dumpster fell off your truck, because it would probably just roll your truck right over because the hook is hooked into the dumpster, you know? So be super careful. People ask me too, it's like, hey, is it the same thing as having a standard rail system? Why is it you pulled up with a truck? You're telling me it's you know, not as easy as a Hooklift, or what's going on, right? I think the biggest thing is, you know, it's preference, guys. You know, if you were trained on a standard rail system and you're used to hoist, man, that's the way you want to go. You know, I was in the military and law enforcement. They always say, use the weapon that you train with. You know, so don't go training with Glocks and then decide to carry a revolver with you. I mean, you're not going to be proficient. So whatever you're proficient in, that's what you want to use. Hook lift trucks are really good with angles. So like that dumpster right there, if there was a car like parked next to it or something like that, I could literally pick up the nose of it and just pull it out of the driveway. I've done it so many times. Just pick up the nose of the dumpster off the ground a little bit, pull it out onto the street. I mean, you literally can make a turn just like you're pulling a trailer, and then get in a spot, and then pull it onto the truck where it's safe. Someone's parking in front of your dumpster and you can't get in there, like to be straight on, like, you know, you can just come in at an angle and grab it at a 90 degree, pick up the nose of that dumpster, pull it out onto the street, hook up to it. Also placement. You can put the dumpster down on the ground and then shove the nose over. You know, if you want it parallel along the side of a fence or in a tight spot, done that a million times. You could do that too with a standard rail. It's just, you gotta, you know, push the ground, push on the dumpster. The dumpster is dragging on the front of the, you know, the front of the dumpster is dragging on the ground a little bit. Same thing if you can pull it out of spots, but you gotta hoist it out. So that's just, those are just the kind of the little perks, you know, having a hook lift, you know. What else? That's about it, really, you know. I'm sure standard rail truck and trailer work awesome, you know. I ran them, you know, like I said. It's just that having a hook lift truck is nice, man. As far as placing dumpsters in tight spots, and definitely recovery of dumpsters that where they're placed in places they don't need to be. So anyway, hope this helps somebody. If it did, please like and subscribe. Put in a comment down below if you want me to show something particular or re-explain something or anything, or you want me to give a comparison between the hook lift truck and a hook lift trailer. You know, put that in there. But you guys have a good weekend. All right, see you on the next one, guys.